Take a look at that Muromet. One salvo, the only one shooting him. Did you see that? So one salvo killed an entire Muromet's Titan. What's up, friends? This is Manni, and welcome to a situation in Warbots that has to be changed instantly. I'm talking about Tamer and Damper and also Subduer in the future. This is an Orokochi and Loki. Both of them just drive-by insta-killed. Again, Orokochi. Ladies and gentlemen, of course we're running max damage as a setup build here, but does that mean you can instantly delete a full Orokochi in 3 seconds? Is that supposed to be possible? I don't think so. Especially not by light weapons, even if it's 6 of them on the new Dagon robot. So what I'm showing you here is a long compilation, again, as usual, with the best action sequences I put together, with 6 times Tamer on the Dagon, fully maxed with a maximum damage build. To the point where we get almost 3 times as much damage output, and although we have a bit of a problem with staying alive due to that we trade every defense into offense, but at the end it's like things just die immediately. You look at them, they dead. And that is at 600 meters range with perfect accuracy. Yeah, we even have a pilot skill that reduces shot grouping. That little bit of tiny spread that the weapon has can even be negated by a pilot skill. So you really come out with basically 0 spread, perfectly laser shooting, everything instantly dies. This is insane. Pixonic, why does this new weapon have to deal so much too much damage? Not so much damage, so much too much damage. It would be doing too much if it did half the damage. It would do too much. But this, it's just completely out of control. We've seen Orokochis in the game that are running around with exactly these 2 weapons, Damper and Tamer, and they basically instantly delete anything that spawns in the game, and at the same time, them being Orokochis means you can't do anything against them, and they're just steamrolling the game like nothing else. It is literally an illegal thing to happen. It is cheating. This is cheating. These weapons allow you to cheat. And apparently there is a bit of a change of strategy with Pixie. I said this in the last video as well, or one of the recent videos, that it seems like Pixonic is moving slightly away from overpowered robots into overpowered weapons instead. Fulgur, Tonans, right? Damper, Tamer. Also, people told me you can just use one of the tricksters, or the dot variant of the weapon. Just one of them adds so much dot instantly that you don't need more than one, and you can basically add so much corrosion to the guy that the dude will just die from emptying a single weapon on him with the corrosion adding. Alright, let's calmly discuss the negative side of things, because I'm really sick of seeing new things entering the game that break the game. How hard can it be not to break your game, Pixonic? This seems like a no-brainer to me, but apparently you see things differently. When I just look at what these weapons can do clearly, I mean, Fulgur Tonans, still one-shot pretty much any Titan in the game to date. Choke ability from the Newton Titan still has 800 meters range, which should have been a day 1 fix. Or, to be honest, should have never been allowed to enter the game like this. Even with phase shift, you can't defend yourself. Your anti-control, which sole purpose is to keep control of your robots against effects that try to take control of your robot. Anti-control. It doesn't do anything for you against the Newton Titan. Why? How? How is that possible? Phase shift, you spend 40 power cells, you get lifted, you survive the first salvo from Fulgur Tonans, and after your phase shift runs out, you're still hovering for 5 seconds, the next salvo kills you. You just spent 40 power cells to still get killed. That is great. You see that happen to me in this video as well, where all the skills in the universe cannot prevent the guaranteed death that follows with 1 Newton Titan spawning in the game and choosing me. Death. Nothing I can do. And yeah, it's sick, and players are leaving this game. They're sick of being lifted and guaranteed killed with 0 chance to interact against it. How is an ability that is this game breaking allowed to have more than 300 meters range? It is absolutely mind-boggling. And such an unbearable situation for the health of this game allowed to happen for this long. I mean, do you not understand how much that actually costs you, Pixonic? I just can't understand it. And yeah, I see a bit of change. You have given an Ao Ming new possibilities now, which is awesome, right? We need more of that. It's great. I see maybe a little bit of change even, but it's ever so slightly. And while maybe you choose not to bring super overpowered robots now with Eiffel, Dagon, kind of critical, but Eiffel, for example, is definitely not overpowered. And that is a great thing, but at the same time, the weapons seem to simply replace that and become the overpowered thing. And yeah, so it's really a problem, guys, and I wish you would just go away from these always game-breaking content additions to the game. Here, next thing, I'm so confused. Different situation. I'm getting shot by a drone. Can you figure out from where? I can't find him. I cannot see him. Do you see him? This guy is blending in the landscape like a boss. Look at this. Even the stealth eye up there blends in with the lava background. I couldn't find the guy. And he apparently knows it because he's not moving one bit. He doesn't give me movement that I could spot. He's sitting there perfectly quiet and then opened fire at some point, which finally shows me where he is. Thankfully, a quick reaction on the phase shift prevented my death. But jeez, that guy knew how to be invisible. Holy smokes. Has never seen that before. This guy, I don't know if he knew what he was doing, but what he did in that particular moment with not moving around is absolute boss level stealth right there. Seriously, that is how to be stealth, right? But yeah. Let's keep going. I didn't want to make this a long negative video. I just wanted, however, to say my things about the new Damper and Tamer weapons, and they're hopelessly overpowered and break the game on a level that's simply not okay. You know it, I know it, Pixonic knows it, and I don't need to wait for Pixonic for evaluating numbers for 3 months and then to say, oh yeah, we analyzed it and oh, it is true, yeah, the weapons seem to be slightly overperforming now that the sales are over. You know, it's just this stuff, it's just disgusting at this point. I don't even want to allow this to be like a valid thought. Just looking at the test server last weekend with the Subduer, the heavy weapon pretty much one-shotting everything, including Titans, dude. If this thing enters the game like this, dude, this will be the next item that is going to be banned from this channel. I can already guarantee it. Because I will not allow this weapon to be featured on this channel if it enters even slightly the way it is currently showing itself on the test server. I mean, I don't want to see flying robots with 2 heavy weapons deleting Titans in one flyby. No, and I'm not gonna stand for this, but I hope that Pixonic gets this under control and makes it better going forward. Maybe, perhaps we already see a bit of positive development with that Ming getting something. Maybe maybe other older Titans will follow to get something. With the increase of damage output overall, I think that especially the older Titans and older robots really should get a massive increase in health, because the tendency is that their abilities are really bad and weak compared, and so they really need to compensate at least with some more health than they have right now. Ming being one of the ones that need this the most. But yeah, let's see what happens going forward. But one thing I can already tell you, these weapons right now are destroying the game, and so is choke ability of the Newton Titan and Fulgur and Tonans. The range of all those things are way too high. If this weapon here has no noticeable spread that starts at 200 or 300 meters, losing you 50% DPS, then yeah, this weapon just hopelessly overperforms and insta-deletes anything up to 600 meters. And that is exactly what I'm showing you here in this video, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, this is really a problem. This needs to change instantly. Yeah, unfortunately though, knowing how things go, it's not going to change just because I tell you about it and just because it's clearly breaking the health of the game. It will only change when it's pretty late. So we'll see. I am always a little hopeful that things may turn and change for the better. Because instantly deleting anything should not be a thing. The only things that don't die instantly is that things that have, let's say, a stealth module that enter into stealth for a second or two after I begin to fire at them, or things that have phase shift. It's the only things that don't instantly die. And an Okukochi in his ability, he will not instantly die. But after his ability, he also dies instantly. Because DC weapons, well, they're new. And that's just what they do. Alright, yeah, let's see how it goes going forward here. And we've only made it not even halfway through the video, and you're gonna see so much more carnage coming in. But here's the moment I described to you earlier. I'm lifted, I'm phase shifting, just to simply get killed by the next shot coming from that Titan. That's great. I'm glad I spent 40 power cells for that. And I'm glad that you still hover, even though you're using phase shift. that should basically shift you in a different dimension where you are simply unaffected by anything going on. As soon as you trigger phase shift, you should land and fall. But no, you're still up there and you're still getting killed, and that 40 power cells goes into nowhere. And again, anti-control should simply prevent the entirety of that choke ability. But yeah, me telling you how things should be and Pixonic telling you how things are are unfortunately two entirely different things. So yeah, let's ruin some more games for red players here. That Scorpion, bye-bye, dude. That was half a salvo that I just had left. It's obviously enough to instantly delete that Scorpion. That over there, death, and that also death, because that's what you do with one salvo of a perfect accuracy 600 meter instantly arriving weapon that even has a rust effect on top. That's just how things are. It's normal. So I just baited the shield of that nemesis so I can delete him afterwards, completely chanceless. And here comes a shell robot with a physical shield on the front. That physical shield lasts half a second and then it's basically death time for him. But I guess I had a bit of a lag going on right there. We have a hawk coming around the corner. Alright, that hawk is phase shifting. Of course. You kind of need phase shift these days, especially with the Newton shoots. Although, like I shown you, even that doesn't really help you. But phase shift still is a good thing to happen. But 40 power cells, I'm not sure if they can still ask for 40 power cells for a module that still kills you. You know, I mean, should that not diminish the price of the phase shift? Should it not cost maybe 10 phase power cells now, seeing how ineffective it became? Especially against that certain thing. Nicely timed explosion ability here, Shell Robot. That was cool. It doesn't help you for long, but even that explosion lasted through my Dagon shield, which again shows me that it works different from the Typhon shield. The Typhon shield absorbs any damage until the shield is broken, and this one here doesn't. But look, kill, and that guy right there, I don't know, maybe I wasn't in line of sight at that point. What do we have here? A hawk. Okay, let's finish him. Zing! Now he definitely is in line of sight. Living Legend is happening next. It's lagging so much, shooting at players. Look at this, look at this. A half a salvo went into that Capri, and the Capri simply didn't take the damage. The amount of damage coming in, also here, I'm firing, look. No damage, no damage, no damage, and then delayed the damage starts. I don't know, there's a little bit of a desync that started, and ever since that desync happened, all damage done by me is delayed, counts delayed. And the crazy thing is, if you do all that damage and then you go behind cover, that damage will no longer happen because the game only considers the damage to take place while line of sight is active. If line of sight is interrupted, even though you've already emptied that entire clip into that enemy, it will never come in the damage. Because in the moment the damage is calculated, that line of sight needs to happen. It's a very interesting thing that's going on there during such lag moments and such desyncs. It doesn't happen very often, thankfully, but what happens very often is the lag, the general lag. And I don't know, it seems like the lag most of the time happens when you are able to shoot the enemy. It seems like movement is perfectly fluid and everything is perfect until the moment you want to shoot. And then suddenly, this slideshow of teleportation movement on the enemy is happening. And it's incredibly frustrating because it happens exactly when you want to fire. And yeah, but here we see again an Ohokochi there who only survived the first salvo because the shield triggered after me shooting him, and the second salvo because he activated his ability there, or he was only halfway showing himself. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. Here's a Crisis Robot. I'm baiting him to fire and then I want to shoot back, but he is actually rather safe there with his stealth. Alright, then we have a Dagon fight. The other Dagon also opens fire, but his weapons don't drop my shield. Maybe he had the corrosion variants of the weapons, or maybe it was Shredder, I'm not sure, but his weapons didn't even break through my shield, while I not only broke through his shield, but instantly deleted that entire robot in half a second. And so he phase shifted out of that with 2 blue eyes from the brawl that we just had. And I go out of this like, I didn't even notice anything, you know? Because why? Because I run these weapons, the Tamer. I have those. And so he's completely chanceless. And now I'm emptying into that Ohokochi, and even the Ohokochi takes, in his ability, like 70% of damage. The guy, Punk here, he exits the match now. Boom. He spawns his Revenant and he then leaves the game. His Crisis robot got deleted by me, and then his Ohokochi, which is a brand new robot, got completely deleted instantly also, even in his ability. The end result is, this player, who was probably even a paying player, just left the game. Because he said this can't be. A robot I bought a month ago already gets deleted like this? No. Unacceptable. Leaves the game. And that is what happens, Pixon. That's what happens when you balance wrong. So yeah, you better think carefully if that's the path you want to continue to take. But yeah, so here I'm very thankful that this guy is not attacking me. I expected him to shoot me, but he didn't. And also this Lynx didn't. It's like, guys, I'm here. Did you not see me? It's rare that people don't focus me with the name "Look Who's Stalking." Everybody knows that's Manni-Gaming currently probably recording a video. And what happens most of the time is I get a lot of focus. And yeah, here's another Ohokochi. I only fired half a clip into him. The first clip went into the first Ohokochi, who activated his ability. Then I switched target to the second Ohokochi, and he didn't activate the ability, and only half the clip remaining basically dropped him to 30%. Ohokochi. Probably even a maxed Ohokochi. Taking what seems like 400,000 damage in 1 second. That's what these 6 weapons can do. I haven't calculated exactly how much damage it is, but when you can delete entire 600,000 HP Ohokochis in 2.5 seconds by emptying the clip. Here, I had a mistake here. I thought I was reloaded and somehow I wasn't. Couldn't finish him off. But yeah. Here, the Crisis opens fire, but I was very quick on my target switch and killed him before he could enter the whole clip into me. And thankfully, by firing at me, he actually activated my overdrive. So now overdrive is running, the nuke amps are almost fully stacked, so we're running 3 times as much damage pretty much. And that's the moment from the intro, pop, the Okochi done, and pop, Loki done. Or whatever the second thing was. I think it was a Loki, I'm not sure. Pop, 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 death. They had like 1.5 seconds to react. Oh, wait, sorry, you didn't activate your ability in 1 second, noticing you're taking damage? Well, sorry, you're dead now. With the most tanky and powerful robot in the game. Okay, I guess that's War Robots. Long story short, my friends, this weapon needs to be changed. It needs to happen quick. It doesn't need to happen in 3 months after evaluating the numbers. No, it needs to happen right now. Or better, yesterday. Right? No, actually it should never have been added to the game in this state. It should have been evaluated on the test server first to figure out, oh wait, it's overperforming, because that's what the purpose of the test server is, right? To test things, to be entering the game in a balanced state, in an okay state, not in a broken state. But yeah, enough about this. Let's destroy more reds. And meanwhile, I think we are, yeah, towards the end of the video. And I would like to hear what you think about what I've said here. Here, next time I get lifted, I phase shift, and then simply the next shot kills me. Great. Well spent 40 power cells. Woo! At least the music is good, man. Yeah! I love it. Alright. Let's destroy some more of those. That's a Lynx. He did not activate his stealth. He relied on a defense system that was instantly broken and the whole robot immediately deleted. Same goes with this Nether, although he had a stealth activating. That prevented the death for 3 seconds and killed him after. And if I just take a look at the screen, do you notice that half the enemy team is typically stealthed? That guy is incredibly resistant with his Capri. That surprised me. Look at this. This Capri is like tanking like a boss. Wow. That was impressive. Rarely ever seen a Capri this powerful. And then he phase shifts down the thing. Somehow he knew I'm focusing him, because he must have noticed the damage he took. Alright. Meanwhile, we have 260,000 HP on this glass cannon, because I've activated the roulette battleship a bunch of times. No, wait, I think I'm running the Paladin battleship this time. Yeah, because I wanted the shield activation on button press. Sometimes I just need it to stay alive. Bam, bam, ba, ba, dam, bam, bam. Alright, an Orpheon is in the air. I don't have shield break, I can't do anything about those. But, guess what? The next legendary pilot coming for the Dagon is probably going to give you passive shield break and quantum radar at the same time. Look at this poor guy. He just fell down there And he was like visible for half a second to me. For like half a second there was line of sight. It was enough time to delete him. Just falling down the jumping down that gap. Is that okay, Pixonic? Really? I beg to differ. Yeah. Okay, phase shifting because I got like 2 Ophions and an Ares on me at the same time. Coming around the corner, killing that Ares and something else. Both of them, basically. But I took a lot of damage also, because man, there's a lot of things shooting me here. But my overdrive is running, and that's a good thing. That means, together with the nuclear amps being fully stacked now, I think that's also what healed me. Nuke amp stacked and gave me a massive healing full. Or was it the Paladin battleship? If you don't use the Paladin shield, at the end of the shield lifespan, you trigger a massive healing. So that could also be what healed me. I'm not quite sure right now. I would have to go back and check. By the way, a funny topic. I have people in the comments section telling me, hey, or maybe sometimes a person says that, hey, Manni, you're a fraud. You're not even playing the game. You're just watching a video. I can see it. Your hands are free. Yeah. But who do you think played these gaming sequences in the first place and cut them into a montage so that all you get to see is only the juicy action gameplay without any boring stuff in between? It was me who played it, who cut it all, and then adds this commentary over it. It's funny that some people think I'm acting or something, but I'm just, that I'm not even playing the game or so. Well, obviously I am, my friends, because if I was not playing the game, I'm pretty sure I would not know many things that I do know about the game. Although I also make many mistakes. I often read your comments where you guys tell me, no, Manni, this is not what hit you. It was actually this battleship. Or no, you got slowed by the lasso from the Indra Titan, and that's why your Minos would suddenly be slowed. And you know what, guys? You're right most of the time when you tell me these things, but you also need to imagine that in the heat of the moment, I do make mistakes like this, right? I can say something that's wrong, while in the heat of the moment and in the heat of commentary, I overlook something or so. If I was to go back, like you guys do, go back, check the video, and see exactly what happened, and analyze, okay, this effect, and then I will always also know what happened. But sometimes in the heat of the moment, I don't catch it while in the battle or during focusing on commentary and certain aspects of it, already having maybe the next topic in mind that I just want to get to, and then it's possible that I miss something. Yeah, take a look at that Muromets. 1 salvo, I'm the only one shooting him. Did you see that? So 1 salvo killed an entire Muromets Titan. And I think my overdrive is not running. Yeah, I'm like 1 damage away from my overdrive. Or is it running? No, it's not blinking. If those white things blink, it's running. I think it's not blinking, and that's why I believe my overdrive is currently not active. I would need to take like 1 damage more. But even without it, you see that Skyrus ball just gets completely deleted in his resistance ball state. Because the damage coming from this setup is just so astronomically high that not even the resistance protects him, and also the rust effect will diminish basically the resistance until it basically is gone. So that's another thing that the rust effect does. And let's not forget that these weapons also shield break blue shields, not yellow shields, which are much more prominent now. But if you ever encounter something that has a blue shield, an Ansel shield, it will be completely bypassed. That brings up another point, by the way, Pixonic. When are you gonna make the Ansel shield finally be an Aegis shield? There is no reason for Ansel to be a blue shield that is being bypassed by almost all weapons nowadays. It is completely useless. Keep in mind, you sacrifice a heavy weapon slot for this. This is so big. This sacrifice is so huge. And you should get something in return that will always benefit you, like an Aegis shield. Make that happen, guys. It's like so long overdue. Anyways, thank you all for watching, guys. Tell me what you think about this setup, and Pixie, we rely on you to make good decisions going forward. See you in the next video. Manni signing off. Bye-bye.